I went to my college's library the other day to get some schoolwork done, so naturally I found myself on the HoI4 Wiki looking at strategies. I found a strategy for China and thought, there's no way that'll work, that's stupid and the grammar's atrocious. But then I tried it, and to my surprise, it worked. I should have known better than to underestimate the Great Wall of Text. Now for this shot I am going to need to create an intelligence agency. We're going to want to give these guys diplomatic training. I find myself always going with the seducer with spies. You will go to Japan and make them like us. So between that spy and that improved relations, I've gotten Japan to accept a non-aggression pact. This is the first step in our master plan. And the next step of the plan is to declare war on Shanxi. It would have been convenient if the others had accepted, but I can work with this. You know, if I remember correctly, Yan Shan's actually a pretty cool dude, at least as far as despotic dictators go. Anyway, I'm going to declare war on him. I don't actually need to conquer him for the strat, I just need to be at war with him. In fact, conquering him too soon will actually ruin things. 92% towards victory, and for now we're just going to leave it there. Japan is justifying on us, that is exactly what I've been waiting for. Now, Japan's about to complete the Marco Polo Bridge incident focus, which is going to give them a war goal on us and Shanxi, but we have a non-aggression pact with them. So we're not going to give in to Japanese demands, and yet they're still not going to be able to declare war on us. They are, however, still going to be able to declare war on Shanxi. Any day now, Japan. Not an inch indeed. There we go. And now that we're both at war with the same enemy, Japan is going to invite me into their faction. An unholy alliance if ever there was one. And now we can commence our offensive against Shanxi. Now that I'm in a faction with Japan, they can't use their war goal on me, which means I'm free to focus on subduing the warlords and getting rid of my debuffs. And then I'll eventually be able to leave Japan's faction and attack them when it's convenient for me. I'll go ahead and get started working on that army reform, and then I'm going to take out the Guangxi clique before Japan can beat me to it. I want to go for Communist China next, but I've already got the war goal on Shibei San Ma, and also, if I remember correctly, it will expire this year if I don't use it. And there's the first army reform. Now I'll start working on that war goal against the communists. The war in Gansu has left me with enough army experience to start the second army reform. After that's completed, I'll only have one more to go before I completely get rid of my army corruption. Oh good, I wanted to do this myself. Japan's doing most of the work, but I'm hoping to be able to steal most of the spoils because it is my core we're fighting for. Yeah, I'd say they're pretty contained. The communist capital has been taken and the communists have surrendered. And Japan's not going to be able to fight me on it. Haha! What should be the final army reform is now available. You know, I actually kind of hate fighting Shibei. Because there's like no supply over here and they don't capitulate until you conquer every province. While I'm at peace for a while, I'm going to go ahead and get another research slot. Oh, there goes World War II. Has it been that long already? Alright, army corruption is gone. Now I need to get rid of incompetent officers, and for that, I got the decision Lessons of War, which is going to require another 103 army experience. I know just where I might acquire that experience. Any social credit I lost earlier from conquering the communists, I'm probably gonna— oh, what the— You know what? Chiang can have their independence. I cannot afford a war with the Soviet Union. I was trying to say the social credit I lost from conquering the communists, I'm probably getting back from conquering the Uyghurs, but I'm just gonna let them live so I don't get killed by Stalin. I guess I'll get that army XP by just drilling my men. Yeah, even without me declaring war on them, Chiang joined the Comintern. I'm gonna go ahead and get this fourth research slot while I'm waiting. Now, let's get rid of those incompetent officers. Japan is working on Strike South auction, which means we're a couple focuses away from them going to war with America. I'm thinking that's when we show our true colors. Oh, don't mind me, Japan, just reaching out to your future enemy. Sure thing, Britain. Why am I switching over to another steel supplier? Oh, no reason. As expected. Y'all hear something? I'm gonna do my fortification focuses real quick before turning on Japan. Japan is about to go to war with the Allies. You know, maybe if you pick a fight with even more people next time, I might even accept. Fortification complete, but I'm gonna raise taxes a bit before I go to war. Meanwhile, I think it's about time we re-examine the utility of our alliance. Oh right, yeah, they can do that. They beat me to the punch. Well, I was planning to pick a fight with Japan after I finished the grain tax. All Japan did was save me a focus here. Sure thing, UK, I'll join your faction. 500 to 500 fighters in Chahar, let's see how they stack up. We're getting more kills than they are, nice. Ooh, I count as a major. We're gonna lose one of the forts here. Get them in here, USA. That means Americans in Chinese. Literally means people of the beautiful country. Though I think Mei, meaning beautiful, was chosen more for its pronunciation than its meaning. You know, if I accept this, I might be able to steal French Indochina because it's currently owned by Germany. I may not be able to pierce this tank, but it's not going to matter if I can outmaneuver it. Oh, am I going to overrun? Oh my gosh. Fine, I guess I'll just go for a more ambitious encirclement. Auf Wiedersehen. Yeah, I could go for some division defense on core territory. I don't think that's supposed to be like that. We actually killed a lot more Japanese than they've killed of ours. That seems like a kind of dangerous route to take for those transports. We don't really need the Burma Road that much in this timeline, but thanks, I guess. Oh, would you look at that? More panzers I'm going to be able to just walk around. I love America. Oh, that's a lot more convoys than I have. And I've only got one dockyard, so it's gonna take me a while to get that many. Indochina is ours. For now. We've still got monoplanes, but it looks like Japan's down to biplanes. Japan's looking kind of thin over here. I think I might try another offensive. Alright, I built a supply hub over here, and now we're able to push the Japanese back a bit. We've recaptured part of the fort line, and we're absolutely shredding them in the air. We've pushed the Japanese out of East Bay, and now we're pushing on into Manchuria. Ooh, that's quite the encirclement we're about to get here. Sayonara. Dang, we're up to over 500,000 kills against Japan. I think I'm at a point where I can just battle plan them. And the Americans take Port Arthur. The American army is also about to take Pyongyang. Meeting light resistance in Korea, nothing we can't handle. Manchukuo's down. Let's see if I can get any supremacy in... Yo. I can just straight up dip from the war. Do I just leave it there then? But that would mean I wouldn't even get to use this armor division I've been working on. Perhaps I take advantage of being at peace with Japan to build up a bit more and then get involved in the war in Europe. And I could always go back in on Japan as soon as my truce runs out, though the game will be pretty much over by then. Or I could go back in on them right now and just never have political power again. Ooh, I could also press my claim against Xinjiang. With the Allies on my side and the Germans this far into Russia, I think that might be a winnable war. Building up a supply hub and a bunch of railroads to reach over to it. Here's what supply looks like up here before the supply hub finishes, and here's what it looks like now. Bit worse than I was hoping, actually. The first 2 tanks are in the field, and I'll put those under the command of a reckless war hero. I think Moscow's about to fall. Or maybe I jinxed it by saying something. Oh, there we go. Alright, I've taken a save. The Soviet Union sent me a non-aggression pact. I'm going to accept that and then see if I can... I thought as much. But the Soviets might not accept the call to arms because they don't have any troops on our mutual border, so if I can overrun Xinjiang quickly enough... Figures, well, front-wide offensive. The UK wants in on this. You bring in your great power ally, I bring in mine. Turnabout is fair play. You don't see that every day. Oh, no wonder supply is so bad over here. They just don't have any railroads or supply hubs. Supply is a capitalist conspiracy, I guess. That's a lot of units in one tile. They've been cut off. One down. Oh no, I was wrong. There was a supply hub in their capital. It's just not connected to anything. Same in Mongolia, actually. Bro, you're fully encircled. Oh no, I wasn't looking at a couple units got encircled over here. Shouldn't be too hard to break them out. They run out of fuel so fast I can't really use them in more than one battle before I have to like strat redeploy them back to Beijing to refuel. The Soviets have a medium tank over here so I can see how theirs stacks up to mine. We can both completely pierce each other. One step closer to Russia falling. Honestly, at this point, I'm just hoping Germany takes them out and I have enough war score to demand Chiang and Mongolia. Alright, so I've got full fuel and 2 tiles to move. Let's see how far that lasts me. Enough to win the battle, but not even enough to drive into the province. But because I had infantry there, we've taken the supply hub, and now I can connect it. We have fuel. Oh sure, when Germany takes Stalingrad, they get an event for it, but when I took it, Mongolia down. And I'm gonna take out Tanatuva next. You know, Tanatuva is actually, like, pretty big. Everyone just thinks of it as small because it's wedged in between 2 massive countries. Interesting, they don't start running out of fuel if they're in a tie with a railroad. Once Germany takes Baku, hopefully that'll be the Soviets dealt with. They've made a bit of a breakthrough in Mongolia, but it's not gonna save them. And there we go. Man, I'm in the Allies, so I can't puppet. Fine, I guess I'll just create a democratic Russia in the funny-shaped state. And of course the Germans are gonna contest all of that. You know, this little tumor up here makes these borders look a whole lot worse than I was thinking they would. And Democratic Russia is not at war with Germany, so if I go to war with Germany, I'm going to have to go down to the Iran front. But, you know, I don't think I'll actually do that. I got all my cores. This is a good place to leave it, I think. I mean, really, what concern is it of mine whether Europe is owned by Germany? I'm not in Europe. I don't care. Just one last thing I need to do for the thumbnail.